after appearing in court on rape and sexual assault charges. Those are big deals, Charlie. That's a big deal. Now, the 5 charges relate to 3 women, and the offences are reported to have taken place between 2021 and 2022. Partey denies all the charges leveled against him. Now, I'm reading the story from Sky Sports, skysports.com. Now, the hearing at Westminster Magistrates Court on Tuesday lasted less than 15 minutes. Partey was not asked to enter a plea, but only if he understood the charges and the conditions of his bail. Partey's case has now been transferred to a Crown Court for trial. He's next due in court at the Old Bailey on the 2nd of September. Now, he was first arrested in July 2022, though he was not named at the time, and continued to play for Arsenal while investigations were ongoing. In a statement after he was charged, his lawyer, Jenny Wiltshire of Hickman and Rose, said, quote, Thomas Partey denies all the charges against him. He has fully cooperated with police and CPS throughout their 3-year investigation. He now welcomes the opportunity to finally clear his name, end quote. Now, the story concludes by saying 2 counts of rape. So he's been charged with rape and sexual assault. Now, 2 counts of rape relate to 1 woman. 3 counts of rape relate to a second woman, and 1 count of sexual assault relates to a third woman. So there are 3 women in the mix, all leveling different charges. 2 counts of rape relate to 1 woman, 3 counts relate to a second, and 1 count of sexual assault relates to a third. So that's where
I don't believe the women,
bro.
I don't believe the women.
That's why what can we say?
So all of them said Partey.
See, bro, I beg you. The matter is in court, so we can only.
Nathan, this one is not in Ghana court that you say sub judice.
You can say
London court.
Do you know that?
Catch us we can do commentary, can pass commentary.
No.
I mean, I don't believe the women.
Well, that is
say what? First count is what?
So they said 2 counts of rape relate to 1 woman.
1 woman.
3 counts of rape relate to a second woman.
So only that second woman every day rape.
No. Well, we need to ask the lawyers when they say the 3 counts. Does it mean 3 incidents?
Yeah,
we
3
don't know.
Incidents. Yeah,
me, I'm not a lawyer. And 1 count of sexual assault relates to a third woman.
So 3 women, all of them, same allegation. I don't believe that.
I beg you. That's for us. We will just.
But what are the charges? What are the charges in the matter?
But that's the charge.
What are the charges?
I don't know why you want us to
go into it. No, because you see, these are legal matters. You see, once so this is a pseudo court.
It's not a pseudo court. The charges.
No. So what are the charges from the first complainant?
The first one. But that's what I've read to you. They said 2 counts. I can give you some details.
Give us more details, because some of us want to know exactly. So when they say rape, what happened?
That one I do not know.
Okay, then let me look for it.
You want to look for it? Okay. Okay, so they said reading out the charges in court.
Read the charges out in court.
Relax. Take it easy. I'm coming.
Yesterday we went to court.
Yes.
We on Sporty FM. We saw Partey enter the court, and it's black. Beautiful, very calm. Very calm with his lawyer. I like his composure yesterday. When he went into the dock, he put his hand at his back. Yeah, the law be that too. Then you see. They read the count.
Yes.
So Nathan, you are the prosecutor.
I'm not the prosecutor. I'm only a reporter reading stories.
Me, I am Partey.
Now so the story. This is on. This is sourced from Ghana Web.
So read it.
It says reading out the charges in court. Prosecutor Jocelyn Ledward KC. I don't know what the KC means.
Who you are representing this morning?
I'm not representing. I beg you. About detailed a timeline of alleged incidents spanning from 2021 to 2022.
Okay, let's hear it.
Now, the first charge relates to an alleged anal rape involving complainant 1, said to have occurred between April and May 2021.
Jesus.
Okay, now the said matter was reported to police in February 2022, with Partey arrested and questioned in July that year. I've redacted certain parts of the description. I won't go into it.
You see, what you are doing is not fair. You see, when you go to court, you read
those ones were read in court.
So
listen.
So why are you editing?
I'm reading the salient portions for our listeners.
Our listeners must understand the whole show. So you see, when you manage the information, it's not fair. You see, when you manage the information, it's not fair. So you read the charge one. Charge one, first complainant. What did they say?
No, but that's what I've told you.
You see, these matters are public record. These matters are out there in the public. So we cannot be seen to be managing these type of things because nobody has made any allegation. We are just reading this as proceedings took place in court yesterday. What were the charges? Nathan, charge 1, charge 2, charge 3, charge 4. There were 6 charges in all. What are these 6 charges saying?
What are
so
the
that
6
our listeners
charges?
can understand why this matter has become very serious in the United Kingdom.
Okay, so that's what I'm reading to you.
The gravity of the matter.
Okay, so I've read to you that
Charge
complainant one, right? So the first charge involves, they said anal rape. So complainant one reported to the police. Now, they said the matter was reported in February 2020. Why are you looking at me? I don't like February 2022, with Partey arrested and questioned in July that year.
Okay.
Let's move on. A second charge involving the same complainant refers to a series of alleged anal rapes between April and June 2021. Now, the prosecution claims Partey assaulted her in this manner on at least 4 occasions without consent.
What?
That is, again, that's what the story
Without
said.
consent.
And he later attended a voluntary interview regarding this allegation in November 2024.
So wait, one person can rape one person 4 times.
Ray, I don't know.
No, I'm asking.
That these
So
are
you
the
alone,
facts.
you alone. You are in a relationship with your boyfriend every day when they meet you rape. Hey, these girls.
Ray,
Nathan, let's continue.
be careful.
No, these
The
girls.
third and fourth charges involve a second woman. Now, in December 2021, Partey is accused of raping complainant 2 after she explicitly told him she didn't want to have sex.
Complainant 2. That's
Yes.
another person.
Another person.
Okay, let's go.
Despite her refusal, he alleged to have proceeded with the act, and then she reported to the police in February 2025, and Partey was interviewed in March of the same year.
Okay.
Now, in a separate incident with the same woman, the 4th charge alleges that in February 2022, Partey made a request,
Another one again.
which she declined. Now, he made a specific request, but I don't want to go into the details of that request.
Later. You see, I don't like this thing you are doing. You are spoiling the story.
I'm not spoiling the story.
What was the request?
Let's move on.
Oh, Nathan.
But you have the details there. You know that.
No, the listeners don't know the request. It is only fair that you let the listeners understand the facts of the case.
And the facts of the case.
Because they are not in court. We were in court.
we in
So
court?
we have to give them the facts as is. So Nathan, what was the request?
Okay, so in a separate incident with the same woman, the 4th charge alleges that in February 2022, Partey requested anal sex, which the woman declined. Now, prosecutors claim he then proceeded without her consent.
What these are the girls saying over here?
What do you mean by what are they saying?
The person makes request. You say no. What are you doing in the house? You see what I'm telling you? I don't believe these girls.
Relax. I don't know why you are even saying this.
I don't believe these girls.
Relax. Let's take it easy. Now, prosecutors claim that he proceeded without her consent. This was reported in September 2022, though the charge was not addressed during Partey's voluntary interview in March 2025. Now, the 5th charge relates to an incident that allegedly occurred in Marbella in Spain in June 2022.
Wow.
Now, the prosecutors alleged that Partey raped complainant 2 during that trip, and he was interviewed by the police about it in July 2022.
Hey.
The final charge involves complainant 3 and is classified as sexual assault. In February 2022, the woman visited Partey at his residence. It is alleged that he lay on top of her, attempted to kiss her, and touched her body over her clothes without consent. The complainant reportedly attempted to push him off, and he eventually stopped. Partey later took part in a voluntary interview in February 2023. Now, following the reading of the charges, the court imposed bail conditions, including a ban on contacting any of the complainants, a requirement to inform authorities of any change of address, and prior disclosure of any plans to travel.
Nathan,
So that
you see all these charges you've read. One thing is clear: these girls are not being truthful.
How can you conclude
this? Nathan, these girls are not being truthful. Nathan, you said the girl went to Partey's house. Two of us. You know how these players value their privacy. You know how players value their privacy.
But
they don't just let anybody in. So there should be a reason why Partey let her into his house.
So that nobody
possibly a relationship. You understand what I'm saying? Nathan, what concerns bread about bread? What are you coming to do in my house as a woman? If possibly,
no, but Ray, take it easy.
No, Nathan.
The point is that. So, are you saying that
I'm a single man living in my house? If I invite a woman to my house, either she's coming in as a professional chef, or she's coming to discharge a professional service. Under the circumstances, the matters before the court. She did not tell the court that she was there to perform any service.
Now we don't know.
Oh, Nathan, but I've seen the case file.
You've seen the case
file? The fact of the case, that woman in question, she did not go to Partey's house to go and render any service that would require her being paid. She went there because she was in a relationship. Nathan, how do you now turn around and come and accuse the man of raping you or sexually assaulting you?
Ray, again, you see these matters.
Now you see Nathan.
Ray, and I'm saying that you see these matters.
Take your time. I'm telling you that it is a calculated attempt.
That's what you are saying.
To destroy the player.
Relax. That is what you are saying.
Nathan. It is a calculated attempt to destroy a player.
The matter is in court.
We
cannot.
Nathan, they have minister. Nathan, this one is not sub-judice. This one is in London court. They should come and catch me here. Nathan, look, the same thing happened to Mendy. Destroyed the young man's career. Close to 2 years. Mendy was going up and down in court, only to be exonerated in the end. These same girls who said Mendy had done this, Mendy had done that. It was clear that a lot of the things that they were alleging were not true. A lot of the times they got close to the young man was because of the relationship they had with him.
Ray, eventually, relax.
Mendy was allowed to go.
Eventually,
yes,
the court will determine.
Nathan,
as
I'm saying
things stand,
our brother Partey.
Ray, I'm coming. As things stand, these are, and I'm not taking sides. I'm only saying that as things stand, these are the things that have been said.
Nathan,
they will go to the trial.
Nathan.
On the 2nd of September.
Will have his day in court. Nathan, what is important? You said that one happened in Marbella.
Yes.
So this woman traveled with the player to Marbella.
Ray.
No, Nathan, you see some of these things. Ray. You agreed to travel with me. When we go to Marbella, so wait, to me today when I'm traveling, I just call any random guy and say, okay, man, let's go to Marbella.
Ray.
It won't happen.
See, but the point, Ray, what we are not, Ray, what we should not forget, when you read the story,
yes.
I think, when you read the story, you see, there are certain things in there that are very important. The issue of consent. And the matter, you know the issue of consent.
There was consent when we entered the plane. There was consent when we arrived in the hotel room. There was consent when we were going out to have dinner and we were walking on the beach and everything. There was consent when we came into the room.
Ray, that still does not give any man a visa.
Nathan.
Ray, the point is that, again, you are also not there.
But I know what happened.
You know what happened.
Nathan.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So what if at the end of all of this, there's incontrovertible evidence that Mr. Partey did not conduct himself well? What would you say?
Nathan, what is he not conduct himself well?
I'm asking you a question.
Nathan, I am having a conversation with a woman. No, Nathan, I'm using myself. We are having conversations. We've reached a point where we are in a relationship. I say, baby girl, let's go to Spain or let's go to Santorini for a trip. We go on the trip. We are together, frolicking, holding ourselves, kissing ourselves on the beach. We come back home in the night to sleep. We come back, we say, I've raped you.
But you see, Ray, when we read the facts don't say that.
Nathan, no, you see, the testimony of the women.
Ray, again,
the deposition.
Ray.
You see, the deposition. You see, deposition. Yes.
Ray.
You see,
again.
You see what the girl said. What the girl said.
Yes.
When you listen to what the girl said,
what did she say?
Because
the court doesn't.
First of all,
what I read to you.
The court asked them. The court asked them.
Were you?
Prosecutors, defense lawyers asked them. In what capacity did you follow Partey to Mabea?
Were you in the court?
Oh, Nathan, you see, all these things happen in court. You see, Nathan, you see, that's what I'm telling you. That. You see, some of us are privy to some things. And I'm telling you, the court asked them, what was the relationship between you and the player? They were not just random girls Partey court.
But even that, Ray, even in the confines, Ray, even in the confines of a relationship or whatever it is,
there was consent.
Ray, consent is consent.
Nathan, there was consent.
If somebody says that no, bro.
Oh, Nathan.
No,
Nathan. The girls didn't say no.
How do you know?
Oh, Nathan, I'm telling you. Can't you see this thing? This thing is a calculated attempt to destroy the boy.
You see, the point is that I'm
Nathan,
not
okay,
there.
so one girl said no 3 times.
You
and
say
Partey insisted. No, that is let's assume without admitting that this girl who claims the rape happened 3 times or 4 times. Let's assume without admitting that it is true. She said no. She said no 4 times.
Yes.
And Partey insisted 4 times. So the first time she came back, second time she came back, third time she came back. No, all of them 4. Isn't it? These are concocted stories. So first time no.
Ray, you see,
Partey did it. Second time no. Partey did it. Third time no. Partey did it.
The point I'm trying to make,
Nathan, stop.
which will save all of us one day, is this point of consent.
Nathan.
I'm saying that. The matter of Ray, it's a very serious thing.
Oh, Nathan, the girls are lying. Let's go forward. The girls are lying.
I'm saying consent is very important. Consent is extremely important.
But Nathan,
so let us all, Ray.
You see,
let us
Nathan,
all.
do you know that?
Ray, are you trying to?
Do you know that? Nathan, do you know that today?
Are you trying to tell me
you can have a girlfriend?
Take it easy. Are you trying to tell me that you are oblivious of the fact that consent is key?
I know consent is key, but Nathan, I'm telling you that. Look, today, you can have a girlfriend. You and the girl will agree everything. Go and sort yourselves out. Only for the girl to go to the police station and go and tell them that you raped her. There was consent, and you know there was consent. But the girl can go and spin the story.
You see, in this case,
to suit a certain narrative just to get you.
You see, I understand.
And that is exactly what
I'm not saying, Ray. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist.
Me, I don't believe this.
Right now, we are at the start of a trial process.
You see, in the end,
Thomas Partey, through his lawyer, has stated that he's willing to face the court.
Partey said, what did Partey say? Partey said he's not guilty.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
And that is true.
And I agree with Partey.
Wonderful. I'm just saying that in all of this, what we all have to walk away with is consent. Let us always remember.
Now when we go and take the girls, we'll take pen and paper. Write it. I agree that we do ABCD. Okay, all the boys. Nathan wants you people to know that when you are going to
I'm not saying that.
Write everything on paper.
I'm not saying that.
Let us sign that you agree.
Be very certain.
Even your girlfriend that you've been with for 2 years, now when you are going into the act, let us sign so that tomorrow you save yourself. That is what Nathan wants us to do.
I'm not saying that sign or write. I'm only saying that. Let us be very mindful of some of these things.
Partey didn't do it.
Fair point.
I insist Partey didn't do it.
Fair point, but let us be very mindful.
Of what? Nathan.
Anyway, so
do you remember Mason Greenwood?
Mason Greenwood.
Yes. When his wife made allegations against him,
his partner.
His partner. Yes.
They are not married.
When she made all those allegations. Do you remember the number of people who jumped on board and said, I've also been a victim, I've also been a victim.
But the point is that, you see, in that case, Greenwood also didn't help himself with some of the things. I mean, he was saying very threatening things. Yes, and there was evidence, text messages, I believe, voice notes and voicemail. And so that's what, in his case, he didn't help himself by saying some of the threatening things he said on tape.
You see, Nathan,
Ray,
let me take you back to a BBC story.
Okay,
July 14, 2023. And I want you to take note of some of the things that were here. Ex-Man City footballer Benjamin Mendy found not guilty.
We understand that.
Of rape. Now, I want you to...
We understand that.
You see, I'm coming. Just take your time for me. Now, you see, Mendy was accused of attempted rape of another woman, 29. Was accused of attacking a 24-year-old woman at his £4 million mansion in St. Andrews.
This is Sporty FM.
He was accused of... In fact, Nathan, he was accused of... You see, and it was similar to Partey's.
Ray.
Series of events. Okay.
Ray, and I'm saying that...
Now, when they sat to deal with the matter, I remember when Mendy came out of court, the first thing he said was, Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. He knew that, Charlie, look. See, the girls had done him so much bad.
No problem. That is why, in Partey's case, a court process has started. Let us see how it will end.
You see, Nathan? So, in that case, prosecution claimed that he had enjoyed parties at his home on 2 occasions and took advantage of female guests, while his wealth and celebrity status turned him into a man not used to being told to be... Let me take it again. While his wealth and celebrity status turned him into a man not used to being told no. I want to deal with the no. According to those girls, when they went to the party and did all the things they wanted to do, drank all the things they wanted to drink, pulled all the things they wanted to pull, when Mendy came, they gladly entertained Mendy. But they quickly ran to go and say Mendy raped them. Okay? They said no, and Mendy raped them. But in court, when the facts of the case were presented, it was held.
No problem.
Indeed. These guys, they don't say no.
No problem.
And I'm telling you that this Partey's case will follow a similar trajectory.
Problem. Let the process end. All I'm saying, to protect all of us going forward, is that let us always be mindful of consent. That is all I'm saying. It is to save us.
Nathan, how can you come and tell Mendy that you went to Mendy's house? You even had the time to go and take a shower. Nathan, you are saying no, you had the time to go and take shower.
Ray.
No, Nathan. You see, some of these matters, we cannot allow them to destroy our players for us.
And I'm saying that.
See, Partey is a very integral member of our Black Stars.
Yes. And I'm saying that the court process has started in the UK. It's not in Ghana.
But some of these girls, they must be careful.
Whatever. I'm just saying that the court process has started.
Whatever it is.
That is why there's a legal process.
Whatever it is.
And that process will come to an end one day.
Oh, yes.
And then we'll know.
Partey will work a free man. I'm very confident. We'll revisit this conversation.
Wonderful.
In a year or two.
No problem. So when
Partey works a free man.
No problem. Just
when Partey finally speaks.
No problem.
At this matter.
No problem.
Like our good friend Mendy.
No problem.
Alhamdulillah.
Let the process just go on. $7:47. The other bit of a running story. So, Ray, we now know the dates when Ghana will play against Chad and Mali in September. So Ghana will play Chad in match day 7 and 8 respectively. Chad and Mali, in match day 7 and 8 respectively. In the World Cup qualifiers, they resume in September, and Ghana will be playing against Chad at the Stade Olympique Marechal Idriss Déby. That's in N'Djamena. On Monday, the 8th of September. On the 4th of September, And then they take on Mali at the Accra Sports Stadium on the 8th of September. So that is that for those who are interested. Black Stars play September 4, September 8 against Chad and Mali respectively. And Ghana currently has 15 points in Group I. 5 clear. 3 clear of Comoros, 5 clear of Madagascar, following 5 wins and a loss in 6 matches. So we wait to see how all of that will happen on September 4 and September 8. So for those who are wondering when the Black Stars are playing, the other day a caller, somebody called the show and was asking when the Black Stars will play. So the dates are out now, September 4 and September 8. One game in N'Djamena, the other at the Accra Sports Stadium. The Accra Sports Stadium game is a night game.
Yes.
7 p.m.
Should be exciting.
Ghana versus Mali. Ghana versus Mali.
Yeah,
should be an interesting game.
That's on the 8th of September.
Yes, 8th of September. 8th of September.
Should be a good one.
8th of September.
We like night games, actually.
Well,
and I'm hoping that the crowd would show up, because
it's a Monday night game.
Yeah, Mali is a tricky opponent, especially knowing what happened in Bamako. How the Black Stars snatched that victory. They'll definitely be back here with revenge on their minds. And they have a new coach, Saint Fit, so it's not going to be Eric Shell who managed that first game. So it's going to be a different ball game, tactically, personnel-wise, everything. So I think that we should prepare well for that game, and the Malians are going to give us a tough game. If the Black Stars need anything, they'll need the fans.
Okay.
And Thomas Partey.
Okay.
And so we are hoping that they'll turn out. The turnout will be massive. We're hoping that the fans turn up in their numbers and support the national team. And I'm hoping that yesterday I picked somewhere that Partey will be going to court a few days before our first game against Chad. Is that correct?
Yes.
But again, I know that some of these matters, Partey can be represented in court by another party. That is if
he can.
Yeah,
do that.
I want to believe so. So hopefully, even if it goes to court, you still come. He'll come the following day, play Chad and play against Mali. We need him. So we wish Thomas Partey well wherever he is. And we hope that come Black Stars call-up day, will be available, not distracted by anything. Not distracted, fully focused to deliver for the senior national team, the Black Stars.
Well, anyway, so those are the dates in September 4, September 4, and September 8 for for those who are interested. Chad versus Ghana in Chad, and then Ghana versus Mali here. A few more points for the Black Stars, and going to the next World Cup will become a reality. So we are hoping that they can pick up more points to put themselves in a good position for the World Cup. It won't be an easy journey. It will be tough. There are still tricky ones to play. There will be a few tricky moments, but we expect the Black Stars to navigate these tests and ultimately make it. They are 3 points ahead of Comoros. And if they can get more points on the board, that's good. Wow. Hopefully, by the end of those two games, Ghana will be closer to the World Cup.
As for Chad, it's just a repetition of the dose.
But we are going to their place now. So.
Oh, come on. Which place? They don't have a place. We are not going to play in N'Djamena.
I doubt.
No,
I think there's conflict.
Don't look for some neutral ground.
Find a neutral ground.
So we don't even have a home ground. So our boys will just go there. Partey, Aku, and Co, Suleiman,
This is Sporty FM.
Inaki Williams. Just call them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put that in the bag. And then we come and concentrate on Mali.
Because that's the tricky out game.
Mali.
That one we have to focus hard.
Bonsuba and things will play that game. That first game against Chad, we'll give it to the small boys. Razak Simpson and Co, the small boys. They should go and warm up over there. You understand? Fuseni and Co, those boys. Warm up with the Chad team.
Okay.
They will leave the big boys
for the Mali
big
one.
game.
Okay, problem.
But then, I'm sure that match, the day you will be in the stands supporting his brother Jordan, the captain of the side.
Capital.
Over Nathan.
Okay.
Mali is the tough game. As for Chad, forget it.
Okay, no problem. But we still need points, so we have to get points.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Chad is he just repeats the dose.
Okay, no problem.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Sporty FM.
No problem.
Put it in the bag.
Okay.
And let's come and think about Mali.
Okay. Let's get back to yesterday's main topic.
Oh, but Nathan,
of the third
would you allow our callers to have a say on?
No, let me deal with this.
Court case.
No problem. Let me deal with this. We have Frederica Champon joining us. He's a member of the GFA's EXCO, and he's part of the Statutes Review Committee. Now, if the name or the committee sounds familiar, yes, the Statutes Review Committee, the committee that's made the proposal for the extension of the term limit of the GFA president. They'll discuss it in a grand manner at next week's Congress in Pram Pram. So let's get to the line. Frederick Champong is joining us, EXCO member, and he's a member of the Statutes Review Committee. Mr. Champong, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Nathan. I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. I guess the main topic is the elephant in the room, the proposal to extend the term limit of the GFA president. You are a member of the Statutes Review Committee. Can you just give us some background, some context to this amendment? How did you settle on this? Why did you settle on this? And just take us through the process that led to that decision to put it on the agenda of Congress ahead of next week.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I just want to place on record that this didn't come just this 2025.
Yeah.
The proposal for amendment started or began the very day we adopted the 2019 statute, even the night before, because there were a lot of things we wanted to find space in the 2019 statute. I'm talking about the Congress, I think it was in August 2019 or thereabout, just before the election to usher in the new administration from the Normalization Committee. So there were a lot of proposals we made. And the FIFA guys and everybody working around the statutes, and we were involved as well. So some of the proposals we made, they said that we needed to get football back, we needed to, conduct the elections so that when the new administration comes, then we can begin with all those things we wanted to find them in the statute. And so let's just agree with whatever the FIFA guys were agreeing to or allowing us to get them in the statute. So we reluctantly agreed that, okay, let's just get it done. Let's agree with this, adopt this statute so that we can go ahead with elections. And after, we'll begin the process to amend some of the things we do not like in the statute. And one of them was the term limit. The term limit was part of all those things we were talking about. You understand? Mm. So we said, okay, then let's agree to the two-term limit and everything that was proposed, including even the number of people on the executive council. Members didn't agree that we should, because remember that I think it was 22, 21 or thereabout from Mr. Kwesi and the this time, and then all of a sudden reduced it to 12. And then even the Congress representation and other stuff, all those things people were agitating to have them increased. Then the FIFA guys said no. So we said, okay, let's just have it. And then after the election, then we can begin the process to introduce them bit by bit. So right after the elections, I mean, people were writing proposals and other stuff that, called for the formation of the Statute Review Committee, chaired by Dr. Randy Abe, with a lawyer now to fully advise, myself included, Mr. Olubo Commodore, and then Mr. Eze Opon from Pacific Heroes. So we started receiving, proposals. So the proposals came from members of Congress, not we as the committee. I always to look at it, align them, and see which one, finds space, or which one now aligns with FIFA and CAF and all those things. So we did all this, even including the Congress or meeting, I don't know how to put it, that was organized in Kumasi. Remember that some of our colleagues organized a Congress in Kumasi without the president and the general secretary. So the document that came out of that Congress, they wrote a letter to FIFA. FIFA sent it back to the GFA. We even took those proposals in those documents, and some of the things that were discussed there, those things that we found space in the final proposal to the Executive Council, we added them. So all these recommendations came from members of Congress. Ours was to align them and then deliberate on it and fine-tune them, get them in the right text and in the right frame. So we did it, and then was presented to the Executive Council. We also had proposals even from our regional football associations, some of them to increase even their Congress attendance. I think we used to have, is it 3 or 5 of them, was reduced to 2. And then the members of our original FA chairman were 7 on the Executive Council previously, and then that one was cut to only 2. And then we had proposal from them that all of them must be part of the Executive Council. The Executive Council adopted that, agreed to it, and added all those documents to send to FIFA. And then FIFA Governance Department and CAF Governance Department then went through it. And it took a while. They only recently, returned our document, and then they go back to us as to things that we could do it now, and other things that will be in the pipeline. And then, because some of them, they said that the statute is just new, it was just adopted in 2019, and so we should allow the statute to grow a bit before we can introduce certain things. So what came back is what they believe that, it's good to go now, because, for instance, the term extension is just to align with what pertains to CAF and FIFA. At CAF, it is 3 terms. First, it was, you could go as long as you could. Alaji Isaiah too in mind. And the same thing happened here in Ghana as well. And so now CAF now reduced it to 3 terms, FIFA 2 to 3 terms. So we thought that, okay, then we can just align with CAF and FIFA. So that's why FIFA easily agreed for us to do that one now. And the others, I'm sure that it will come as the years go by. So that's the genesis of the whole thing. And it must surprise you to know that yesterday I had a top person calling me and asking me, okay, so when is the election? When is Congress? I said, Congress is on the 12th. Okay, so that's where we do the election. I said, no, there's no election. He said, but they said Ketukruku is going for the 3rd. I said, no. The election was held only in 2023. And then the election is not due until 2027. What we are going to do on the 12th is to seek to align our term limit with that of CAF and FIFA. It can even happen that what Ket will do, or this administration would do between now and 2027, would just even inform us that no, we shouldn't even go at all, not even attempt to seek re-election. Or whatever is done between now and 2027, well, everybody would just say, oh, no, let's allow the administration to continue because they are doing some good job. So what we are going to do on the 12th is to align the statutes in terms of the term limit with what happens at CAF and FIFA. As to Ket seeking 3rd term or not, that will be a decision to be taken later, depending on what happens between now and 2027. Unless it's not due until October 2027.
Okay. Fred, there are some people who are concerned or who ask the question that, okay, so this goes to Congress, assuming it's accepted and it is part, and now it's passed and it becomes part of the body of laws or our statutes. Some people share a concern that members of the current administration could benefit from this. Some legal people even argue conflict of interest, that you put a law in place and then you ultimately benefit from it a few years down the line. Are there any mechanisms, caveats, systems, anything in place to ensure that there won't be any legal questions of ethics or conflict of interest and all of that? I hope you get my question.
Okay, so if I understand your question, first of all, the statute is the benefit of every member of Congress. It is the benefit of every member of Ghana football. Because if, first of all, it's the Congress of the FA which will do the law.
Okay.
Yes. The administration is to, administer football in Ghana. But the decision to amend the statute lies with Congress. And every member of Congress will be a beneficiary of the statute.
Okay.
So it does not even arise at all. And if indeed, even if Kev decides to, contest again, another person can contest. If members of Congress, members that vote for the president, now thinks that Ket is not capable of, running football again, and so they find solace in another person, the election will decide. So I do not see why, because in the document to Congress, there's no word is saying that they should allow the current administration to go unopposed. It cannot happen. So I don't see where the members of the current administration would stand to benefit from it, because the statute elected all of us there, and the statute will elect the next administration. And for you to be eligible to contest for any position, first of all, you must be a member of Congress. You must be a member of the Federation.
Okay.
You might have been serving in a capacity in the football ecosystem. So it's for the benefit of everybody involved in football.
Great. My colleague Raymond Yamado is here. He says he has a question, Fred. So the next voice you hear will be Raymond's voice.
Okay,
Fred, from your commentary, I deduce that the reason why you are pushing for a 3-term mandate for the GFA president is not because maybe at the end of this current administration's 8 years, they have realized that there are a few things that need to be done that were not achieved within the 8. And so the mandate has to be extended to 12, possibly. But it's almost as if CAF has a 3-term of 4, FIFA has a 3-term of 4, so we too have to do that. Shouldn't we look at our situation and decide what we want to do based on the lifespan of this current 8 years? Then we move forward with the decision of whether to align with CAF or FIFA. Should this be the priority at this moment?
Oh, I think you remember me well. I'm surprised you're calling a commentary. I always give answers to direct questions, so I wasn't running commentary. But, to answer you, the process did not just begin. So for you to say they are at the end of the 8-year term, like I said, the Statute Review Committee was formed in May 2022. May 2022. That was before our current election. The election that brought the current administration into office was in 2023, October 2023, in Tamale. But the process to review the statute began in May, the statute review. But even the process itself to amend the statute, I just told you, began the night before the 2019 statute was adopted. Because there are a lot of things we wanted in the statute, and they said no. That would take us some time. They need to take it back to FIFA for FIFA to agree to it, FIFA governance to review it before they come back. And then we're in a hurry for us to organize the election. So we said, okay, let's go ahead with what FIFA has seen. And then we adopt the statute so that we'll conduct the elections. Then after, when the new administration is in power, then we'll begin to, amend the statute bit by bit and see which ones we can work on. So it's not like today's thing for anybody to now think that it's because our term is coming to an end and so we want to extend the term for president. I'm saying that between now and October 2027, it can even happen that the current administration will decide not to contest based on what might have happened between now and 27, or somebody will get different position. If Ket now is second vice president of CAF, if they say they make him president of CAF, do you think we'll come and say contest for GFA president? So I think that we are just trying to do the right thing. Things that I wanted to do in 2019 I couldn't do, and the process started before this 2025. When the review committee was set up in May 2022, we set up notice that even though there were pending proposals already on the desk of the general secretary, we still opened up not only to the football community, even to the general public, that anybody that had suggestions in terms of the statute reviews to submit it to the statute review committee. And I think we gave a deadline somewhere in August 2022. So we received a lot of write-ups from people, interested people. People were even non-football people. They wrote to the committee. So we, assessed all those things and gathered everything. We submitted our report to the Executive Council. Executive Council then forwarded the same report to FIFA for the governance advice on it. So just that it's taking them time, because they need to, align all those proposals we made with our current statute, with that of CAF, with that of FIFA, and see which ones are workable and things. So they only return to us this year. That's how CAM is being presented to Congress this year. If FIFA had, responded in 2022, I'm sure that would have made a proposal for a statute amendment in the Congress that was held that year, and not now in 2025.
Right. Fred, when we talk about a review, we talk about reviewing something that would obviously not help the cause of development of football or administration or any other thing that is not going well that we want to streamline properly. Now, in terms of reviewing a term limit, what was the challenge with the 8 that needed amendment to 3 terms of 4? I just want to understand that. In terms of reviewing that particular term limit, was there a challenge? Did you identify a challenge? Was there a problem? Did you envisage there was going to be a problem that resulted in you deciding to amend that particular statute in your books?
I think you are taking me back to the same answer I offered earlier on. First of all, I don't think it's entirely correct for you to say if you want to review something, it means that there's a challenge for you to review. No, sometimes you review to improve, you review to extend, you review to reduce. So it's not the case that when you want to review, for instance, when we do, like in my field of work, if there's a game, like during the tournament, like in Chan, for instance, a general coordinator, after every game, you do debrief. It's like a review of the day's activity. So where you did very well, you applaud yourself that this one we nailed this, we did this. So it's not necessarily to address only challenges. You review so that you know where you are going, you know where you are coming from. So it's not the situation that anytime you are reviewing something. I'm saying that the statute you are working with, the GFA works up to CAF works up to FIFA, and all those governance, it is a 3-term thing. So if you have any project, if you have like legacy project, something monumental, you can then plan it and see that it is possible that you can, this administration, you can do this within this period of year. And so in the immediate term, you want to do this, you want to get this off your table, and so you want to do this. And I told you that this process of getting the term limit to 3 years began the night before we even adopted this current statute that prefers 2-year term. And so it's been there, it's been on the table. It's not as if that the term is coming to an end, and so the administration is seeking to extend the term. I told you that it started long ago. Okay. This review committee was formed before the current administration came into power in 2023.
Just finally on this, Fred, before we move on to other matters, I mean, you talk about legacy projects and all of that, but really, what's the guarantee that when somebody wins a first term, let's say I get elected or you get elected as GFA president, your first term, are there any guarantees that you get the second and third automatically, or you think that the person's stay in office will be judged every time, and there could be a possibility that you could walk in and after 4 years you could be voted out?
Thank you. And it is the same situation. Even the Congress can adopt on, say, 12 August that the term limit of the president is set to 3 years. And even categorically can put himself up for elections, and it can be voted out. It can be voted out. But the person coming in would work wonderfully so that everybody involved in football would want him to, stay longer and do better things. And the person would benefit from the statute. So there's no guarantees that if you put 2-term or 3-term or 4-term, that one person is going to be enjoying that. There are no guarantees. And even there's no even guarantee that, like I keep telling you, I've sat in meetings. Ket hasn't told me he's going to contest or whether you contest or not. He hasn't said that. All what we are seeking to do is align the statute with that of CAF and FIFA. It could happen that it will be Nitakwao benefiting from that thing, maybe in 10 years to come, when maybe you be the president of the federation, and then you would be the one to benefit from it. Somebody can emerge, and Ket can decide to contest in October 2027, and someone can emerge, and the person will defeat Ket. You understand? So it is not mandatory that once it is that the term limit is 3 years, means that compulsorily Ket has to, administer all those 3 terms.
Okay. Let's talk. Let's move on to other things. Yesterday, dates for the 2 matches or the September games in the World Cup qualifiers were released. So we know we are going to Chad, and then we play Mali here in Ghana. From the FA's perspective, what initial steps have been taken, if you can give us that info, towards those games? The games are in about 4, 5, 6 weeks probably. Now that we have dates, just run us through typically what the FA will do, or what the FA is supposed to do as it gets ready to host the 2 countries and get the Black Stars ready for these 2 important matches. Okay,
so preparation towards game, start with even the date coming out.
Okay.
You think that the date came from FIFA or CAF? Normally they give a frame like maybe the weekend of Friday to Sunday. So it is you the federation who would work behind the scenes. So it tells you that if you have already started preparing for that game, for us to confirm the date and everything, you understand? So in this game, the game between Chad and Ghana, for instance, Chad will propose because they are hosting it, they propose this date, and they write to the federation because you need minimum there are timelines in this, and then you respond that okay, you are okay with it and all those things, and that will fall into your plan. And as to also fixing the date for the game against Mali, it's coming from the day we will play against Chad and see when we can then move in, and then the preparation towards even getting the venue and everything ready. So I can assure you that preparations and everything started long ago. With this one, I don't seek to praise somebody, but the guy we have as the director for national teams, Alessandro, is very efficient. I have to put it, very extremely efficient in planning for matches and getting things done. Extremely efficient.
Finally, let's talk about the new partnership between the GFA and Adisa Productions. Clubs are set to benefit 1 million cedis. Some people are happy. Some people are quite skeptical, and are wondering how this will roll out. From the GFA's perspective, you are an EXCO member, so you are high up in terms of the decisions. What assurances can you give that from September 12, followers of the Ghana Premier League will get to enjoy coverage that they'll be happy with and that they'll be very satisfied with from this season moving on for as long as that partnership is in place? What assurances can you give? What have you seen to let you know that, yes, fans of the Ghana Premier League will have a very good time following the coming season's campaign?
Well, I have hope. I have hope because I've listened to the office, and in this case, we want to thank first of all the Minister of the sector, the Minister for Sports and Recreation, and most importantly, thank the Honorable Mahama Ayariga. I've told you that I've been close to Ghana football. I've said it, I didn't tell you, but I've said it openly that I've been close to Ghana football. Within those periods, we've seen a lot of sports medicine and that stuff. But I have so much admiration for Honorable Mahama Ayariga because he thinks outside the box. He spent few months at the Ministry of Youth and Sports in Equatorial Guinea. Have minimum 2-3 unique stories to tell you about Honorable Mahama Ayariga. So I have so much admiration for him. It can happen that during the tenure of a particular sports minister, maybe a lot of things will happen. The national teams will be winning trophies, winning gold medals and other stuff, and so the minister will take credit. But in terms of, getting things done, thinking outside the box, with policies and stuff, Mahama Ayariga is exceptional. He played key role in all these things, as well as the GFA president, the vice president, and the general secretary. So we formed like a 3-man committee, and they also came with something. And so they've been thinking about this thing together with the officials of the Adisa Productions. They've been behind a lot of productions in Ghana. Football or sports might be like a new area.
Yeah, it's quite new to them.
Yes, they are opening up, and that's what I like about them. Me, I sit in Kumasi, but can you imagine I'm in touch with them always because they know that I know something in terms of preparations toward games, because I've been serving as general coordinator for 7 years for CAF, and I've been in charge of branding for CAF and other stuff, and so setting up or getting stadium ready for proper production. They know that you have the expertise. So I believe that as they are talking to me, they are talking to other people. So it gives me hope that indeed they know what they are about and that it will be possible.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Finish, please. Sorry.
Yeah. So on the 11th of August, the day before Congress, there'll be a lot more briefing. What has happened between the day we launch and then now, and see where we are going. But I'm very, very hopeful with this one that the clubs would benefit. Our clubs, need to earn something. We spend a lot around football.
Yeah.
And this one, I'm sure, will go a long way to benefit the clubs. What I'm hoping for is that it will develop to a extent that the clubs in Division 1, the Women's Premier League, would benefit something, or the windfall from this. They would also stand to benefit, and so we can also be paying maybe our referees would improve fees and other stuff. I'm very hopeful that things would improve.
Just finally, talking about partnerships, I was following this. The GFA's interactions with Bet Power. I'm curious, what's the GFA's current relationship with Bet Power? And following the last discussion, what are some of the likely benefits that will accrue, or the benefits that will come to the association and all its members, primarily the clubs?
Oh, we are still in partnership with Bet Power. In fact, Friday there's an event. This Friday there's an event between the FA and Bet Power, and so we give you details of the benefit to the stakeholders in terms of the association between Bet Power and the Ghana Football Association. But we're still in very, very much relationship with Bet Power. Even for nothing at all, we talk about the pitch they've constructed for us at Pram Pram. Yes, the monetary terms, it goes to the club, and so use them. So you cannot, point your hand to it that you had it. But at least money came, clubs benefited, the federation benefited. But at least there's a legacy project there, and that will be for the use of all stakeholders of football.
Okay. Fred, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it, and I'm sure we'll speak again soon.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you so much.
All right. That was Frederick Achampong. He's an executive council member of the Ghana Football Association and a member of the Statutes Review Committee. The Statutes Review Committee, they were the ones who put together some amendments to be discussed and possibly accepted in next Tuesday's Congress at Pram Pram. The number one amendment is the extension of the term limit of the GFA presidency. Currently, it's locked at 2 terms of 4, 2 maximum terms of 4 years each. But the amendment is to extend by another 4. And they will discuss all of these things at Congress. Now, they tell us that it is a proposal. It will be raised. It will be discussed. It will be debated and voted on ultimately. Right? So that's what's going to happen at Congress. But when you listen to members of the Football Republic, yesterday we spoke to 4 of them. And 4 out of what? A lot. 4 might just be a small number. But when you speak to people unofficially, you do get the sense that a lot of them are likely to lean towards the yes to a 3rd term. And we'll see. Some people too suspect that maybe on the day there might be surprises. But hey.
You see, Nathan, each time I hear the FA say, if we're going to look for money to give to the clubs, we're going to look for money to give to the clubs. We are looking for sponsors to give the clubs. You see, Nathan, every football club in this country is run as a company.
Okay, yeah.
And they are owned by individuals who become directors of the club. Okay. In terms of profit sharing ratios and all, in the books of the Registrar General of Companies.
Yes.
Everybody has what you take from the club if it's profitable. Okay. None of those profits would come to you, would come to me, would go to the spectators, or would go to the FA. Okay. Now, what the FA as a regulator or as the umbrella body of these groups is supposed to do is to create opportunities
Sporty FM
for clubs to benefit from. So yes, the FA would find a TV rights company, and the domino effect would be for broadcast rights monies to be spread across board, right or wrong. That's how it's done elsewhere.
Yeah.
Again, the FA would go and look for a title sponsor, and then that title sponsor now make sure there's some financial incentive available, because the ambassadors of his or her brand will be the clubs.
Yeah.
That's how they benefit. Okay. That is the work of the FA. But in recent times, Nathan, the FA is seen giving gifts or promising gifts.
Oh, which gifts are you talking about?
Football boots, buses. We've seen all that.
But the FA is only trying to help its members.
You see, Nathan.
Sporty FM.
You are giving corporate funds. Corporate funds.
Yes.
To shareholders. What could be the
corporate funds to shareholders?
Yes. So if the FA is giving out boots, it's giving out boots because they obviously acquired the boots.
Yes.
From whichever partnership the clubs are not directly parties to.
Yes.
Right. Giving out buses. How did they raise funds to buy the buses? Do you know?
No.
Good.
Maybe their own money.
So you see,
Maybe,
you see, when the shareholder is receiving things like that from the directors of the company, it has undertones. So how would these shareholders, now after receiving all these things and waxing lyrical about what the directors have done for them, how do you expect them to
This is Sporty
go to a
FM,
congress?
the voice of sports.
Or how do you expect them to go to a forum where certain decisions have to be taken, which would one way or the other, favor the directors in the end, one way or the other, benefit the directors in the end? How would you expect them to go and take anti-decisions?
But
no, you see, Nathan, you see, this is proper corporate governance matter. Okay, so the person who is supposed to be the director, making sure is creating the enabling environment for them to have things smoothly to run their businesses as well, has now become the person in charge of making promises and delivering same. For what reason? For what consideration?
Sporty
You
FM.
see, and that is why when you call all the football people and all of them are towing one line, these football people are direct beneficiaries of some of these things. But okay, so you see, that's why I'm saying that. Look, when you go into the FIFA books on ethics, you see, there shouldn't be any perception of possible enticement or possible attempts to, get somebody to take a decision based on what has been given out there or what would be given them. And that is why I keep saying that. Look, the timing of all of these things that we've had in the last few weeks, the timing, whatever will be said on Friday with regards to that Bet Power partnership, timing. What was said a week ago with regard to APL, timing. And all of these feed into where we want to go in the next 2 and 4 years. In the minds of the people who are going to vote, what has happened in the last 2 weeks? What has happened in the last 2 weeks?
Interesting things.
Yes, all kinds of interesting things. One, some 1 million coming from somewhere. 2, what will be announced on Friday. The timing. So one can sit down somewhere and say, look, a lot is being done to indirectly or directly induce or change the mind of whoever is supposed to vote to get a vote to go in a certain direction. But because of
don't, well, I mean, you
because
you
of
say
what somebody because of what somebody
Sporty FM.
is doing late in the day or early in the day, you could choose. But the timing says a lot. And yesterday, when you spoke to one of the CEOs, he said, "Oh, it's never happened before. We've been promised 1 million Ghana cedis." That is what FIFA doesn't like.
That's what FIFA doesn't like.
That is what FIFA doesn't like. So, in the general scheme of things, there are cases that have gone to CAS with matters related to this. You could say you are performing your function as an FA.
Yes.
But when the timing suggests that you are possibly looking for something, or you are possibly looking to get somebody to take a decision based on what you are doing for them, you are in conflict with the ethics of FIFA and with what CAS expects you to do as a member body.
But Ray, then how do
you see, these are legal matters. So I would appreciate it if our lawyers come in, you see, because
but we spoke to Mr. Adeka yesterday.
Yes, so there's a lot in it.
And I think he made that same point. He talked about the optics and the undue influence, he called it.
Yes. Undue influence, right?
Yeah,
yes. So
but I said, which FIFA article? You were mentioning some FIFA article. Can you take us there?
No, you see, I was dealing with FIFA Code of Ethics.
The FIFA Code of Ethics.
On conflict of interest.
On conflict of interest.
Yes. Okay. You see, it's that is subsection 2 of the FIFA Code. Let me get. So conflict of interest, financial benefits, and protecting personal rights. Okay. So I just received a message
from who?
From my good friend. He said to stop looking on my phone. You send me a message. He knows himself. But so Nathan, okay, so it details a lot. Okay. And okay. I'm sure you get onto the phone lines, right? So when you come back from the call, I'll take you through the 4 key things FIFA say with regard to conflict of interest. And then you see how some of these things feed into the narrative.
But it's here, subsection 2.
Yes.
Conflict of interest.
You want to go to the 4? Okay, let's go.
It says, persons bound by this code shall not perform their duties, in particular, preparation or participating in the taking of a decision in situations where an existing or potential conflict of interest might affect such performance.
Very good.
A conflict of interest arises if a person bound by this code has or appears to have secondary interests.
Has or appears. You see,
secondary interest.
The wording of FIFA is clear.
Yes.
Has
secondary
or appears to
interest that could influence his ability to perform his duties with integrity in an independent and purposeful manner. Secondary interests include, but are not limited to, gaining any possible advantage for the persons bound by this code themselves or related parties as defined in this code. 2, before being elected, appointed, or employed, persons bound by this code shall disclose any relations and interests that could lead to situations of conflict of interest, blah, 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 blah. And so then the 20 talks about offering and accepting gifts or other benefits.
No, so the 3 persons bound by this code shall not perform.
Which one is this? 23.
No, the 23. Yeah.
Is it the violation we are talking about?
No, not violation. 23.
Okay, which part?
I think you went to.
So I read 19 first.
Yes.
And then 20. So which part?
No, so 20. You are reading 21.
Okay, 1. Okay, persons bound by this code may only offer or accept gifts or other benefits. Yes. Which part?
Hold on. So read 23. 23. That's persons bound by this code shall not perform their duties in particular. Okay. Okay.
That's 19. So it's 19
yes. So
subsection 3.
Yes,
so persons bound by this code shall not perform their duties in particular, preparing or particular in the taking of a decision, situations which there's a danger of conflict of interest. I think I've read that.
Yeah.
I've read that already.
Yeah.
So that was 19. So the first one I read was 19.1.
Yes.
Then you have 19.2, 19.3, and then 4. And then we move on to 20, blah, blah, blah. But you are saying that.
So you see.
You are saying that what the GFA is doing.
Yeah.
Per this code, it appears.
Yes.
To have secondary interests.
Very good.
That could influence something.
Very good, Nathan.
So that's what you are saying.
That is where I am. And if the FA president,
so do you think this is factor or is okay? So when you say appears to be, so there's a perception, right?
Yes, perception.
And Mr. Adeka mentioned that as well. So you think that all of these things that are happening, 1 million CDs, there's a bet power event on Friday, there are boots being shared, and all of these things, all of these things you think will subconsciously play on the mind.
Appears to. And so when we take this matter to FIFA and we detail some of these things, this is where FIFA talks about. There appears to.
But what if somebody makes a counter argument to say that somebody can do all of this and still not get the votes go their way?
Oh, Nathan, you see, it is not about the final outcome.
Sporty FM.
It is not always about the final outcome. But there's always what you do at start to make it seem this is what you want. That is what FIFA doesn't want you to do. So it's not about what happens in the end, but don't do it. Okay, so FIFA doesn't want you to even get to the point where we want to get to the final outcome. We want to know what happens in the end after whatever we are thinking. FIFA just doesn't want you to put yourself in that kind of situation where it may seem or it may appear as if, or it may be leading towards this decision being taken or that decision not being taken. So FIFA is always on the front foot. They don't want things to happen before they even conclude that, oh, okay, this is indeed conflict of interest. So they are always trying to make sure anybody who is bound by this code does not even cross that line. So be guided in your mind that whatever you are doing should not seem to be leading to what Nathan and I are thinking, or what all of us would assume that based on the final outcome, you could benefit or B could benefit. That is it. It's as simple as that. And so if those who are championing this agenda, if those who are pushing this agenda are minded by their acts dealing directly with their shareholders, which is the football people, they must be concerned about what the possible outcomes or the perception is when it comes to conflict of interest matters.
Ray, but what will you say to a counter argument that says that all these things that are happening or that are taking place or that are being done, money for clubs, buses, boots, whatever, somebody can make a counter argument and say, well, the association is supposed to do that anyway. So how?
You see, that is not the work of the association.
Okay, so who's supposed to?
It's not the responsibility of the association to come and give boots to clubs. What the association should be doing is to create the necessary networks, create the opportunity for these clubs to get boots.
Okay, so
not to give them boots.
Not to give them.
So the FA can facilitate or can lead some of these clubs to where they would get support to get boots, but not gift them boots. Again, when the FA is gifting them buses, whose money are they using to buy the buses? It's the FA, right?
Yes.
It's the FA.
Yes.
How does the FA get money? The FA gets money to run that corporate entity together with the shareholders, the football people and all. Okay. So it's taking money from our own business to buy bus to give you.
FM, the voice of sport.
You understand? Why? What is the motive behind that gift?
But
so you are drawing corporate funds to give gifts to the same people who are supposed to benefiting from say. That is where. So it's a gift. It's a gift. So that is where the concerns come in. It's not as if you've won the Ghana Premier League and the title sponsor has said that we are gifting you a bus. No, there are two different scenarios. And that's what I'm saying. When all these things happen, how do you expect the shareholder going into a meeting with you to
Sporty FM.
not consider some of the things you've done as remarkable enough to grant you your wishes?
What about those who say that?
And that is.
What about those who say that there is a political side to all of this?
Oh yes.
So you do all of these things because they are the hardcore political topics or hardcore political questions to answer.
You see, so that is where FIFA comes in and says that, look, when you are doing these things, just be careful. You do not get into a situation of conflict of interest. as the secondary beneficiary of whatever decision you want to take. And that is the line they are towing subtly. You see, they think that some of these things they are doing, we cannot read in between the lines. But when a proper petition is put before FIFA, and some of these things are detailed, and the relevant articles. So when I was struggling to find it, they are laughing at me. They say I can't even find the relevant provisions. When the relevant provisions...
Who was saying that?
Oh, the Federation.
They said you couldn't find it.
When we put all of these things on
who are the at the Federation said you couldn't even find it? I'm just kidding. I want to know that.
You see, and they're hiding behind, oh, so no federations you work. Oh, no federations you work. You must work. But you should not be seen to be trying to use your work to influence things on the quiet.
But Ray, look, I understand what you're saying. I'm only throwing several counter arguments at you because there are very likely counter arguments people will throw at people.
Of course.
Because
don't tell us the FA is working.
Yeah, because when associations exist, when associations exist, some people will say that they are supposed to do things for their members. Not so. They are supposed to see to the welfare of their members. So now the issue is the how. I get you. Again, look, I'm just throwing counter arguments at you because they are very likely counter arguments people will throw.
Of course.
And people will make.
Of course. And we are telling them that, look, as the regulators,
yes,
as the managers,
yes,
and as the directors,
yes,
their responsibility to the shareholders, clearly, we know it's almost like running a business incubator. So you are connecting your stakeholders to opportunities.
Yes.
Connecting them to opportunities. Yes. Making sure you open doors for them, hold the doors for them. But when you are not holding the door, you yourself, you are opening the door, going into the room, lifting the things, and gifting it to the shareholders. It has undertones. Okay? It has serious implications. And when it is put to test,
the voice of sport,
you will not survive. When we put it to test, based on all the things that follow. So we are going to Congress on the 12th, right? August.
Yeah.
Last week, we're going to have a sit down. These stakeholders are present, and we say, "Oh, I'm promising everybody 1 million Ghana cedis." One. On Friday, I bet you, other promises will be made.
At that bed power event.
Yes.
We need to find out what that event is about. We'll be there.
And you see, other promises will be made to these same stakeholders. And then we'll go and say, Charlie, these people, the timing, Nathan, you see, it's the timing is everything. What are you feeding? What are you feeding the shareholders? Okay. You're obviously giving them the chance to say, Charlie, these people, they would have done this thing there. I would not dare vote no. When I'm being promised all these things by my director. No. And that is why I'm saying that, look, let nobody think that, you see, there's direct or indirect influence, whichever you look at it.
Okay.
And it would have its effect on that decision that has to be taken at Congress. That is what we must seek to avoid. And that's why I'm saying that, look, if they brought these things at the end of the season.
So what if all of these things were done like 6 months ago?
Oh, Nathan, come on. Now we are being told the committee started work in 2022, and FIFA was so lazy that it was only this year they came out. So FIFA was so lazy, not paying attention to anything. That was only 2025 that FIFA decided that, now they want to work, and decided to give them clearance. Look, Nathan, go tell that story to the Marines.
Our producer Immortal has joined us. I don't know what it is he wants to say. Point of interest.
Yes, point of interest. What Raymond is saying, Raymond, are you saying that the disbursement of fund FIFA has been, channeled through their member associations? Do you also saying that after all the disbursement, they should not go and vote?
So Nathan, FIFA has its own ways of disbursing funds. By virtue of the fact that they are doing their work, they say, okay, this is the budget. We have allocated $15 million to federations across the world.
Yes.
Okay. We have allocated $3 million to member associations who are part of FIFA. Okay. We have allocated $1.25 million to the administrative work these federations are going to do. FIFA is spending not selectively, and that must be on record, not selectively, but it's going across board. Okay, across board. As part of their corporate governance structure, this is how they want federations under them to run. The independent federations, like the FA, do they have a similar structure? It doesn't have a similar structure that says this amount of money goes to clubs, this goes to doing this goes to doing that, this goes into doing that.
Yeah.
What they now do is to now sit down and say, oh, we are giving you this, we are giving you that, we are making this available for you, we are making this available for you. As and when. So it is not part of the plan with regards to how they run the FA. That is how FIFA runs.
Do they
That is how they operate. So it's not as if FIFA is giving you this to say that, oh, come and vote for them or anything. This is how they believe member associations that fall under FIFA should run.
Are you saying that?
So FIFA will not sit down and say, oh, I'm giving Ghana Football Association bus. Oh, I'm giving Nigeria Football Association bus. No. If they are given a bus and it falls within whatever plans they have for that period, everybody's getting it. So now I'm saying that, explain to me why the FA would say, well, I am giving buses to people who have won, say, certain zones. From which fund? From which money? From their own money.
From money getting from FIFA.
And it is, you see, and you see.
Because it started from,
you see,
because the FIFA, the disbursement of FIFA money.
The
started
disbursement
from somewhere.
Doesn't tell you that go and use money to buy bus. You see?
Exactly.
And you see, I like this.
Okay, hold on.
FIFA doesn't tell you when I give you money.
I'm curious.
FIFA gives you money.
I'm curious.
And tells you exactly what to use the money.
Okay, so when FIFA gives money, there's an exact prescription.
Yes.
So I'm coming. Go Project 1 was a Ghana Football Association Secretariat.
Yes.
Go Project 2 was at the ET Men's and Sports Hall. The Go Project 3 was the Jordan Anagula blog and the other blog. And then I think Go Project 4 was a Kwesinya Nteche Academy. The other one, when you are facing the ET Men's Hall, the right side.
All of that are pram.
Exactly. Before they started assessing the FIFA forward.
FIFA forward,
which they've used it for other things. And one of the things is the Wonkogo Ketokreku Sports Center. So it's about the federation, what they want to use it for, which FIFA will come in.
That's what I'm saying. So are there rules concerning the usage of the FIFA forward fund? So when FIFA gives you $1 cedi or $1, do they tell you use it for X or Y or Z?
It's about what you want at that particular moment.
So it's about what you want to do.
Yeah, so
wait, I'm curious. I just want to know. So people at the FA, if you can help us. So the FIFA forward funds, are they automatic pots of money that you are there and FIFA will give you, or you have to go through
assess it.
A process?
You have to assess it.
Now, as you apply, do you state why you need the money?
Of course, because you have to say I'm going to use it for A, B, C, D. For them to be able to give it. As I said, the FIFA Go Project 1 was the secretariat. So we will let them know that your secretariat is not befitting. You want a big one, because they were using a small one where PLB was before they built the big one. Then the other one was when they wanted to develop Pam. They started with the sports for. Then they went to get the blogs for players to stay there. Then they moved it to the school before that one ended. Then they moved it to the forward. So when I remember when Kets came, they were like, oh, there's no FIFA forward. They said there was a FIFA forward, and eventually they were able to assess it, which they are using it at the moment. So what's really saying? So if FIFA send him money, the next moment, then the FIFA president he cannot come forward and campaign to it or tell you that vote for him. Won't that also be conflict of interest?
Nathan, you remember when the issue of the referees came? And we said that you receive money from FIFA. Why are you not paying the referees? The FA came to tell us that the FIFA forward is for specific uses. Okay. But the FA, you see, this FA can tell us, so it's Immortal telling us that the FA finds it wise to use FIFA forward money to go and buy buses to reward clubs, but does not find it necessary to use FIFA forward money to pay referees. FIFA forward funds have specific uses and you have to go and defend it. If paying referees is not part of the use of FIFA funds, but buying buses for clubs, you can use FIFA funds. Is that the explanation my brother is giving us here today? That one is right, but you can't pay referees from the same FIFA forward money, but you can buy buses. But, you see, Nathan, that is what I'm saying. That look, there's the right way to go when it comes to dealing with some of these matters. And FIFA, as always, when FIFA promises to do A or B or C, it is always across board. It is not selective.
Sporty
And every time those decisions are made, it is supposed to solve a particular problem at a point. People are asking me, Infantino has promised to double FIFA forward money. Yeah, I'm saying that, well, based on what Infantino has possibly seen is the need of member associations, and possibly thinks that, well, maybe what we are giving them is not enough. We want to double it. If the FA is getting $6 million, FIFA knows exactly what they want them to use that $6 million for.
Is that not part of the conflict of interest you're talking about?
No, you see, and it is not conflicted because we all know, as part of FIFA's governance structure, they want to, as much as possible, support a lot of member associations to be on their feet. So these are some of the things they do.
So member associations,
not to influence member associations to go and vote for them. Of course, when it comes to an election, if we see Infantino going around campaigning, doesn't he? Nathan, doesn't he go around campaigning?
Yeah, he does.
If you believe that the FIFA forward he brought you is supposed to influence you, and see the way and that's how FIFA operates. The way they operate, it will be difficult for you to say Infantino has been caught in a conflict of interest web, because they deal with specifics and they are budgeted items. It is not, Nathan, they are there and they say, let's go and do this, because it is getting close to an election and somebody wants to get favor in the eyes of people. That is not how they operate. And that is where the distinction must be drawn. FIFA will not wait late in the day, then they start awarding contracts because they want member associations to go and vote in a certain direction. No, that is not how it works.
Okay.
But that is what we see here. 2 weeks to Congress. We are promising all sorts of things. Is that how FIFA operates? Is that what happens? Nathan, today, our good friend Sheffield, UEFA president, when he proposed the 4-term limit,
Yes.
Bogdan and Co resigned. People resigned because they were against it.
Yes.
They said, no way, that shouldn't happen. If you are going to take part, clearly, it cannot happen. They stepped aside. Today, Sheffield says that, UEFA Council have approved it. They'll go for the 4 terms. But Sheffield has quietly said that he will not contest. He's not interested. After 2027, he's left it for UEFA. Whoever wants to continue can continue. So whatever Sheffield is doing now, it is not because UEFA Nations League. It is not because UEFA, the UEFA, the new format,
of the Champions League,
and all of those things. It's not because Sheffield wants member associations to endorse him. He's doing a job. But can we say same for the way we run ours?
Immortal.
Yeah, you were talking about the bus issue. I remember they announced that we would be giving clubs buses in one of their congress at the Cape University, the Great Hall, before the buses came. So it was also part of the plan. So it's not like probably they wake up one day and there's election, so they want to promise A, B, C, D. They just want us to know to all this.
No, you see, no, I'm giving you a sequence of events where you are trying to get into the minds of your shareholders. Okay? With your corporate funds that have come to you. I'm just giving you instances. Okay? We are gifting them buses. We are gifting them boots. Of course, they have the numbers. How many Division 1 clubs? 48. How many are supposed to vote? How many of them have voting rights? 2. Right? So you are looking at 48 times 2. And then you are looking at 16 Premier League clubs. How many are supposed to vote? 2 again? Yes. You are looking at 16 times 2. When you add it up, you have your quorum. And you see, and that is where a lot of the things go. Nathan, when they brought sponsorship to Division 1, Access Bank created the opportunity for them to be able to make money from that sponsorship or no. Did anybody say it was conflicted? Or it could be possible conflict of interest? No. That is the opportunity you create for Division 1 clubs.
So you create opportunity.
You create opportunities. And that was what Ketukeku campaign on. Creating opportunity, creating word, something.
Creating word for all.
Yes. So he knew that was what the job expected him to come and do. I'll leave it here. Later.
Then lead the charge. Let's push it to FIFA.
I am definitely going to consider this a request you
want to speak with.
No, at least FIFA. we should test the law. If some of these things fall under conflict of interest, FIFA should tell us, especially the timing when it comes to in cast jurisprudence. There was a case, Ahmad. You see, there's a case. In fact, tomorrow I'll bring this case. Ahmad had to deal with a similar issue where he was found to be in conflict of interest. I'll bring you that case. Okay? It's a case in the cast jurisprudence. I'll bring it tomorrow.
Okay.
For everybody to appreciate where I'm coming from. There's a case that we can use as reference.
Okay.
Same dealings, same behavior. I'll bring that tomorrow.
8:55. Let's take some calls. We have another lovely Black Queens feature for you this morning. So do stick and stay. Yesterday, we gave you one on the midfield duo of Grace Santoa and Jennifer Kujo. Today, we'll be talking about Priscilla Adubia. She has a very interesting story in terms of the Black Queens. Naneki Amankwa will be giving us that particular story. But give me a call, 054-257-1061, 054-257-1061. What do you make of what we've been discussing this morning? What do you make of what we've been discussing this morning? It looks like the indication is that the business of this third term, I mean, it will be discussed at Congress. That's a fact, right? But it looks like there are more people who will be choosing who will be choosing yes than no. We've heard from the GFA Exco member, Frederica Champon and all. So give me a call. Yesterday we spoke about this. Maybe 24 hours later, some people think it's a good idea. So do let me know, 054-257-1061, 054-257-1061. I think we already have a caller on the line. Hello.
Hello, Nathan.
Yes.
My name is calling from Sinke.
Your name is?
Lamin, calling from Sinke.
All right, Lamin, please go ahead.
You see, tell him that you beg him for. He's a producer, should do his job. We don't need him on the line to be doing any Maguire vibes. No. Yeah, he's talking about conflict of interest. If they are there giving us Maguire vibes, so if I was no, we beg him. He should do his job that we know. We should allow Raymond to go. We don't need any Maguire vibes.
But he also has an opinion, or you don't want him to share his opinion?
That is not his job. It's not his job. He's a producer.
So are you saying that producers don't have opinions?
You have opinion, but that's not now. Now that they are seriously talking about conflict of interest, they are serious. So see what these people are doing in this country. We start and we tell them the truth. So you cannot come and be giving us any Maguire idea, defending anybody, trying to talk and trying to at the same time, no.
He's not defending you. Look, it's a conversation we are having, and there are different angles, and he's just asking questions. That is all.
Sporty FM.
Last time at the home today, I want to ask those questions.
Nothing. Somebody's not happy with you. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. After the calls, we'll take our feature, Black Queen's feature for the morning. This morning, we are looking at Priscilla Adubia. Wonderful story put together by Nana Kia. All right, I don't know if you have a caller on the line. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. Give me a call. On this term limits business. I see that it's really rubbing a lot of people off wrongly, right? Let me take this call. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Delali, calling from Labadi.
Sorry?
Delali, calling from Labadi.
All right, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I agree with the last caller. What the producer is doing is even infuriating us. Because, these people, I like what Raymond said to the GFA.
What has my poor old producer done this morning? Oh, immortal. Hello? Oh. Hello? All right, the line dropped. 054-257-10. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. This is the Sporty Breakfast. Give me a call. I really love to hear what people have got to say on this third term business, term limits, and all of that. Ray, I always say that if the GFA elections were like a public election, Charlie, it would be somewhere. Let me take this caller. Hello. Hello. Yes, can you hear me, please? Hello.
This is Sporty FM, the voice
Okay, I don't know what the issue is with the line this morning. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. This is the Sporty Breakfast. We are live on Sporty 106.1 FM. My name is Nathan Carl. Raymond Yamado is here. Immortal seems to be on the... Let me take this call. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from, please?
1,000 is everything cool.
Chairman Ade, what's up?
Charlie, I think...
Belated happy birthday and congrats on putting the new song out.
Oh, Charlie, you saw that for me. God bless you so much. Charlie, straight to our football business, man. This is one thing I feel. I feel like the dictatorship, they make too much, they come.
Okay.
And where we they sit here, we are looking at all these sports. We are looking at all these countries going forward, and Ghana is still where we are.
Mm-hmm.
I passed by the DFA head offices. I just passed by the head office, where they cantonment. The place is no nice. So it means say the house says the DFA they stay, problem day. In the point of leadership, I agree with Raymond when he says that a lot of things are optics, and that's what's happening. We were all here when they gave out buses, but they've just painted the buses, and you go inside the buses, and the buses look old. So it means that they're just trying to do a lot of things that make you stay top of mind. But I don't agree with us expanding someone's term to add on and add on and add on, because that becomes a dictatorship.
Okay.
So then the football, they grow, but the human beings, for there they grow. And I think now the football, now it can't make Ponzi schemes. So now we say, okay, all the teams are going to get a million seats and blah, 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 blah. But we still can't even get players to go outside. We can't even get more local players to join the national team because the quality is bad. We can't even view our own sport. I just play Sporty FM or Sporty Goofy buy rights one of these days. Make we watch the ball and watch them better. So we're just praying that people make the right choices. People will be very smart about it. But I won't be shocked if he wins again.
You won't be.
Elections, I won't be shocked. Elections did the pocket inside.
Well, the next election is the next election is 2027. So let's wait and see what happens between now and then.
The guy will
Nana, thank you so much for calling. It's nice to hear from you. Bro. Enjoy the day. 054-257-1061. This is the Sporty Breakfast, right? Let me take some calls. When we are done with the calls, we'll take today's feature. It's on Priscilla Adubia. A very interesting journey she's had with the Black Queens. We'll tell you more about that in a second. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
I'm Clement from Chichik.
All right, Clement, please go ahead.
Okay. Anytime you call these leaders and you bring them in concerning this matter, they are all they are following about that. They think what they are about to do is in the interest of maybe growing. But we too are sitting one side in watching. We are talking the second that is going. Which maybe I think two plus two more, and we think that what he has done in football, like he has done his part. I think yesterday or last week we were saying something maybe maybe when you want to maybe grow, maybe let's say his branches to help him get to that. I think that's what they are trying to, and maybe they've told all the leaders, those in the ESCO and all those things to agree to what they are about to do. I think some people are not in agreement to this, but because there is a fear somewhere, they are all following the same path. It's not going to help us. We are seeing what is going on in other countries, how their football is going on, and yet we are stuck to one place. How long? It's not helping. If they think what they are about to do is good for them, they should do. We are at one side. Thank you.
All right, Clement, thank you so much. 5 minutes after 9. Let's take a few more calls. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Good morning, Nathan.
Yes, good morning.
This is Anubel.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Good. You see, I will be happy if you don't call any of the ESCO people, GFA people on this issue again. Because anyone you call from that side gives you the same answer. They have all sat down and planned this, and they are going to do it by hook or crook. And the most funny aspect is they keep on mentioning that, it could be that Ketokreku wouldn't contest. It could be that he wouldn't contest. So what are they talking about? Do they think we are kids? This guy wouldn't contest. And then if he wouldn't contest, then why are they doing this? Yesterday, I said on the show that if truly pets want to prove to us that they are not doing this because of him, after they are done, he should step out after his second term to prove to us that all these people are not convinced to do this for him. Why? What do you call it? The king is naked. Ask the man you interviewed a question that.
Mm-hmm.
So with all the issues that we have, is there a particular reason that you are doing this, or because you just want to synchronize with CAF and FIFA? What did he say? He said he went back. He said, as I said earlier on, he couldn't answer. There are lots of better things you can amend, things you can do. But the third term is what is more important to you as at now. Can you imagine? Mm-hmm. If you really, really, really agree to it, why didn't you allow the normalization committee to do it when they wanted to do it? You keep on giving excuses that they wanted to take over our sport, our football, because they were delaying. And when they turn around and left, you have gone back to do the same thing that you didn't want them to do when they were doing it. What has changed? They shouldn't think we are foolish people in this country. We are watching them. And these football people, you see, sometimes we feel sad for ourselves because it looks like we are even crying more than the griefs. We are crying more. Those doing the football, they are doing here. And we are here looking at the deterioration of our football. We are complaining. But when they go to the Congress next week, you will see nobody will object to this thing. Nobody. There will be 100% support. They will come back, and I told you, 2027, Ketokreku will stand again, regardless of wherever he has gotten to by then in CAF or whatever. He will stand again because all this is going on because of him. What at all do you want to do you can't do in 8 years? Are you Methuselah that you want to stay forever?
All right, thank you so much for the call. 054-257-1061. Let's take one more call and then we'll take our feature for the morning. Anekia's wonderful story on Priscilla Adubia's comeback. She's had to go through a lot, and there's an interesting story we'll share with you this morning. Let me take my final caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
I'm Amoroso calling from Ashama.
All right, Amoroso, please go ahead.
You see, sometimes the questions people need to ask them, people don't ask them. If you ask them to maybe say need another term, okay, fine. The 2 terms is not okay. But maybe 3 terms is okay. But it shouldn't be my regime. If you ask him that question, what whether they will vote for the next person to go to 3 terms? They will not vote for the person to go to 3 terms. On the matter they talk, you really get it.
Yeah, Adibab.
It's like if you go to it's okay, fine, the 2 terms no good. But if we go to 3 terms, but it shouldn't be me myself. Isn't nobody agree?
Mm-hmm.
But because the GFA boss really won't go. India he said no more. So if you go at the end of the day, they will extend it. If you like go off them, they will extend them. They will bribe people, they will put money inside the so what you can do, where you go say for good treatment. Ghana football now, everything is when I will the group record of us and for go coach at Awali, beg them before a campaign, then people will follow and go what. They say one go 3 times. 3 times for waiting again, one good special. If you know the money they treat them for the way they want to up another money, why you won't go 3 times? For what? So if you know one be fair way, you know, say you want the football, you won't make the football move forward. Okay, fine, let me can 3 times, but it shouldn't be my time. Even the nobody don't do, the nobody even talk of that instead. Because if you know be with him, they know agree. But if you with him, they will tell him to go 3 times. So if somebody ask them question, say, why you say they go 3 times? What be what he lost when you won't make it go 3 times? At the end of the day, if the vote way, you know, you go go. If the person will go out, if the different it will continue. If you know go help, you go all the same thing. Are they like?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing they go do, they go do for them. They go chop money, make some kind of decisions we know good. That one goes out with the football association more.
Adebab the point you make, Amoroso.
It was some like football association west. So at the end of the day, you the DFA boss, you know there. Still go well for DFA. Are they like?
Mm-hmm.
So if you get so just the next person will go come to tell them, "Moku put like this one, Moku put like this one, Moku try this one, Moku try this one." Now see how football lose it. So if you go for maybe go another 3 times, then you go to watch the English Premier League and the Spanish League. Now football law spoil. They like you say we they go figure watch. If they could state the GFA boss win again, you go watch Ghana League.
But me, I for because that be my job, so I forgo. Where I know I forgo, so I don't get choice. Somebody forgo report.
But you yourself, if you say they sweat it, you know say you did it yourself. You will not say the person is sweat it. The thing will go away. So 8 years, you say no be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It no be enough. 12 years will be enough. And they ask you, we didn't 12 years will be enough. If that 12 years will be trying, they go and tell you say no be enough. It's a black mentality that. If you like make a good man, I go talk with say no be enough. If you like move back. Don't go and play with their life. Make it a 12 years with you. And if they give me go talk say no be enough.
All right, I'm also. Thank you. Thank you so much for the call. Interesting thoughts. Right, so you see, I always say that if like the GFA hold like a public election party, challenge on way.
You see,
anyway,
football is the passion of the nation.
Concluding thoughts, and then we take our
football is the passion of the nation, and I think for far too long we've allowed 120 people, 120 plus,
126, I'm told,
to decide the destiny of Ghana football, including our national team.
Sporty FM, the
I think,
voice of sports.
Nathan, we have to get to a point where this stops. This thing about football belongs to football people and leave football people to do football and all. Nathan, this is the reason why our football is not going anywhere. Selfish interests, greed, strange loyalties of benefit, loyalty of convenience, relationships of convenience. That is what is in our game. So out of the 120, if you can whip 70 of them, majority carries the day, right? You see, Nathan, that is the group that has controlled our football. So you could think that they are controlling their own affairs, their clubs. But because FIFA gives them the mandate, or FIFA will deal with them when it comes to countries participating in FIFA organized events and all, CAF would give them same priority. They seem to assume that role of being the most powerful football body in the country, and everybody must keep quiet. I think that we have to get to a point where there's a model that deflates the powers of the GFA and puts it in the hands of the sports minister or government, so that there's direct control. If it's the NSA, if it's government, if it's the sports minister, whichever way, there should be a certain influence from the Republic with regards to how some positions are given or how some positions are voted for. Because Nathan, this 120, have you ever heard any of the football people complain when the national teams don't do well?
No.
Yes. But that is where the whole nation's heart is. You understand? Then they can't be bothered. Look, if you give them 1 million Ghana cedis to go and play the league, they're okay. They can't be bothered about any other thing that happens from under 17, under 20, and that whatever. They can't be bothered. Because after all, they know that when it's time for national team, they may when it comes to Black Stars, they may possibly be looking at players outside. Most of them will not get the looking because maybe their players are not up to that standard. So they can't be bothered. So they will only be thinking about what we'll get now, what is there for us now.
Yeah.
And not think about the bigger picture. And that's what I'm saying now, look, we've allowed, all these years, we've allowed 120 people to shape the destiny of our football. Has it helped us? No. I think this calls for deep thinking. We must figure out how to deflate this football and football people.
Sporty FM.
How to deflate them.
Yes, how to, you see, how to level the ground, to take away those powers that make them feel untouchable. They feel like they are on an island, they are on an island on their own, they are a world on their own, they are a republic on their own. Nathan, something must be done. Otherwise, Nathan,
What should be done?
Oh, well, I think that the central power, and there's always a talk about that agreement that the Jamape committee suggested that we do.
Yeah. The standard corporation.
The standard corporation. That is not enough.
The standard corporation. That's from FIFA, actually.
Yes, from FIFA.
Now, for those who do not know, the standard corporation agreement is something FIFA put together to help manage the relationships between governments and football associations, especially in places like Africa and South America and things, because those are the places where you have a lot of government interference. FIFA doesn't like that. FIFA wants member associations to work independently. But they admit that when you look at Africa and South America, the relationship is very different, because in those places, the state has all the money, has all the power. And you can't do football without the proper marriage of the state and the football association. In places like Europe and things, they've mastered it, so they know what they are doing. So, for example, in the UK, the government will not go and tell the FA what to do. The FA knows what it must do. The FA knows where it must call government. The FA knows how to handle its business. Over time, it's mastered the art of handling its own business. So they won't bring government in 99% of the time. But in Africa, it's very different. Where government has the money. That's why the FIFA standard agreement the standard cooperation agreement is there, so that they manage that relationship. So it outlines what government can do, where the FA should allow government to come in to also help, and where it bars government from stepping inside. But we haven't signed ours.
No. And that will be the first step.
We haven't signed ours.
That again will not be enough. You get it? That again will not be enough. You see, when Nigeria had issues, Jiwa and Pinnick, the government took a bold stance on how the NFF was being run. Later on, government softened the stance. They escaped the FIFA ban. But the Nigerians have a certain model that gives them the chance to intervene in some of these matters. Matters of governance, matters of leadership. That's a model. And I'm trying to understand that model properly. Maybe government should be more interested in how that group runs. That group they call the FA. The group GFA.
Yeah.
Government must take interest. You see, they hide behind it's our statutes. It's our statutes.
See,
our statutes say. Our statutes say.
I think the thing is that
maybe
it is how the GFA is recognized in law, and whoever set up the GFA as a private company, as a limited liability company, shout outs to that person.
Yes.
Absolutely brilliant decision, because at the end of the day, it is the thing that
it's limited by guarantee.
It's limited by guarantee, but it's registered.
It's a different model.
That's a different model, right?
Yes.
But how is it registered?
No, so I think it's registered. It's limited by guarantee. So it's almost like a charity. No, it's it's limited by.
But technically,
from what it's not your.
In law,
limited liability company.
Okay, so in law,
the
way the GFA is recognized in law, can the government take its hands and go there in law?
Yeah, so government would possibly now have to create another entity.
That's the point I wanted to make. So the GFA, as things stand now,
as to whether FIFA would agree.
So the GFA's legal identity now almost like shields it from.
Yes.
It's like when you have an association, right?
Yes.
Say the Chelsea supporters group.
So it's a company limited by guarantee.
What does that mean?
Means it's a private entity registered under a community code. It's not a government ministry or state enterprise.
Very good.
Yes.
That's the point I wanted to make. So officially, the GFA is not a government entity.
Yes.
It's not a government agency.
So Nathan, the association was not formed in the interest of the public, but purely the interest of the football people.
It's like
so that is how it's cloaked.
So it's like a group of friends who form a group.
Yes. So
say every Saturday.
So the members are going to form a group.
Yes. Every Saturday we want to play football.
Yes.
Technically, that group, the government cannot come and tell you what to do.
Nathan. So if we want public interest,
they will have to change
all of that.
Change the structure.
Yes.
Of
and
the
that
FA.
is, you see, that was where normalization committee failed and allowed football people to grab it again. Because had normalization committee brought in the public interest bit and messed up that whole, it's formed not for public interest but for just our members. And so we do what we like. But you see, you do what you like, but you manage our product, the national teams.
Okay.
So you see that whole creation.
So do you think that going forward? So one of two things is either we bring the public interest in, or then we hive off national team stuff from the FA. One of two directions.
Yes, otherwise, the GFA can exist and manage their members and their product,
which is the league.
Yes. Then when it comes to national team, they will not be on top of the tree.
So we create a new entity.
Once we sign the
standard
cooperation agreement,
which we have. I don't know how.
Now the management of the national teams will sit somewhere within government. Okay. And then they can do what they like with their product. Because really, it is our product that makes the FA the FA. It's the national teams that makes this FA the FA. It's a national team that gives them the chance to move around and fly the flag of Ghana. Not the clubs they find they superintend over.
Yeah, that's why I agree.
So the biggest part or the biggest glory that comes to the FA, it is not from their own members. So how is it that only these members can now decide the future of Ghana football and the interest of everybody? No. You see, that thing is problematic.
So structure-wise, there has to be a change, because all over the world, I know that all the countries that do well, there's a very good relationship between the FA and the state.
Yes.
And they work hand in hand. State provides this, FA does that, all those things. So one person is providing the spatial, when I say spatial, I'm talking about the space and domain, spatial knowledge and expertise. One person provides money and backing, right? Somebody will say policy direction, but in the countries that do well in football,
the policy or the things that make their football work comes from the FA, because they will develop a plan and say, this is what we want to do. We need the states to do this. Provide pitches, provide infrastructure, provide academies where we can take these people. So you give them an education. We will teach them on the football side, right? And so, for example, you take Clairefontaine. So places like Spain, there's always that marriage, and the marriage between the state and football.
Absolutely.
And that marriage exists in different forms from the bottom straight to the top. And like, as you said, nobody can succeed in football one without the other.
Yes.
No country has succeeded without with the FA only doing football.
Yes.
And no country has succeeded with the state only controlling football.
Yes.
So it's two things.
So it's a good marriage. It's supposed to be a marriage. But see, this marriage, the marriage is so bad that just a few people who call themselves Congress will go and sit down and decide the direction every single football entity in this country should go. Our national teams, most importantly. So from our girls to the men, whatever decision they take at Congress affects our game. And so if Ghanaians are saying they don't want the GFA, they don't want the GFA, it's not because the Ghana Premier League is not functioning. It is because the national team is not doing well. And that is their concern. And they feel that, look, we deserve better. And that's why I'm saying that. You see, government should go back and look at this model well. If they have to interfere for FIFA to ban us, for us to reconstruct that whole FA ecosystem, maybe this is the right time to get into all of that. Because, look, normalization failed us. Because there was pressure on them, give football back to football people. And Nathan, you see, I regret being part of the people who advocated for saying, oh yes, I'll not take myself out. All of us felt that, oh, well, give football to football people. But Nathan, on hindsight, that group has not helped us. That group and the decisions.
So you think we missed an opportunity to have constructed
and
the
I blame
building.
some of us.
So we would have had a situation where there's a lot more public interest.
Yes.
In what? In terms of what? Like, is it only national team?
Oh, well, that would be our product. That would be the product of the state.
Of the state. So national team. So you have more public involvement.
More public involvement. Yes. You see? And then, whatever they decide to do with their product, the FA Cup, the Premier League, which they claim their members own, they can do whatever they want to do with it. I think that was where we made a big mistake. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been hearing what we are hearing today.
Okay. Interesting. Look, this is a conversation that every now and again comes up, and you speak with several people, or even as journalists, we've spoken about it. Some people think that we need to do that decoupling, or is either that happens or we get more public interest in how the FA does its business. So some people even think that, for example, some people say, why is it that the election of the GFA president is not like a public thing? Sometimes I'm conflicted. Sometimes I say that, for example, it is how the whole country is not, like, for example, how we cannot vote for who becomes, say, the president of NAT or the GBA president, right? The Ghana Bar Association president or the association of the medical association. You and I can't go and vote in their election. Can we? No, we are not. Yeah. We can't do that. Sorry, we can't do that. We are not allowed to. So in that same vein, I kind of understand if the football people say they want to take their decisions. Where I agree with the other side is that once it gets to matters of the national team, we are all very interested. So somehow the public say has to count when it comes to national team management. But I guess it's a conversation, and I guess it will require, as we've said, maybe tearing down the structure or creating this alternate body that looks at national teams, or reconstruct everything so we have more public interest in how football is run and determined nationally. Anyway, that's a conversation for another day. 9:27. Coming up next is Nana Ekuya-Mankwe's wonderful story concerning Priscilla Adubia. Now, Priscilla Adubia was with her colleagues here last week when we interviewed the Queens. She said a very interesting story of how she said the Chiman people were on her case when she wasn't doing what they said. Hey, Otimoto so on her ball, no so more. NYSA. Well, today Nana Ekuya-Mankwe talks about Priscilla Adubia and her recovery from 2 career-threatening injuries to become part of the team that won bronze at the WAFCON. She didn't play in 2018 due to injuries and other setbacks, but she managed to join the team this time, and she helped them clinch bronze in Morocco. So coming up next, the Priscilla Adubia story, or Priscilla Adubia's inspiring comeback as part of our week where we celebrate the Black Queens. We've done so many features. We've done 2 already. Today is the 3rd one. Enjoy the story of Priscilla Adubia put together by Nanekia Mankwa.
From the sun-scorched streets of Techiman in Ghana's Bono East region to the grand stage of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, WAFCON, Priscilla Adubia has seen it all, through the thrill of promise, the agony of injury, and the unyielding fire of a comeback. But this story doesn't begin at WAFCON. It begins with a 15-year-old girl from Techiman, leading a local side with dreams far bigger than her boots. In 2014, Adubia began her journey with Techiman-based Ampem Darkwa Ladies, a club she would soon turn into national champions.
The champions are proud, and it is no other than Ampem Darkwa Ladies.
By 2016, she had led them to their first ever Ghana Women's Premier League title, scoring 19 goals in just 11 matches. A Golden Boot performance that turned heads. She didn't stop there. She was also top scorer in the Ghana Women's FA Cup and was crowned SWAC Female Footballer of the Year, ahead of stars like Elizabeth Ado and Sandra Osu Ansa. And then she did it again.
We are here to present the award for the Women's Footballer of the Year.
Priscilla Adubia.
In 2017, she retained the Premier League title with Ampem Darkwa, once again scoring the decisive goal in the final and securing her second Golden Boot with 16 goals. She was unstoppable. A natural-born leader, she was soon captaining Ghana's under-17, the Black Maidens, under-20, the Black Princesses, and her club, rising as the face of a new generation of Ghanaian women's football.
It's not easy for me, say, my first time I'm WAFCON. I think say 2018, I was injured, my surgery.
My journey to WAFCON hasn't been easy. I missed the 2018 edition due to injury and surgery, so this year was my first opportunity to play. The experience came with challenges. Our first match didn't go as planned, but we improved, drawing with Mali and winning 4-1 against Tanzania. That showed our mental strength and determination to restore pride to the Black Queens. Though it had highs and lows, I believe this is just the beginning for me. I'm no longer held back by injury. I know who I want to be, and I'm ready to keep pushing forward.
So no, this thing I can do it. Like Priscilla Adubia, we know each back. Because of injury, I was staying back and stuff, but player there, I was saying to me, indicate how you want to be.
But in 2018, as she prepared for her first WAFCON, everything changed.
Black Queens forward Priscilla Adubia, a long injury layoff kept her on the sidelines for 10 months. The striker missed a couple of Women's African Cup of Nations qualifiers and
a severe injury meant surgery and heartbreak. That injury would haunt her not just physically, but mentally. Her dreams were paused, but Adubia wasn't ready to let go. The silent battles and second surgery, the path back was long, painful, uncertain. After recovering from the 2018 surgery, disaster struck again. Another injury in the same leg, this time to her meniscus, during a friendly against Benin under coach Nara Hoopla.
I think after 2018 surgery, I also got critical injury also in my meniscus in the same leg. It wasn't easy because already my operative was on my senior injury in Norris time.
After my surgery in 2018, I suffered another serious injury this time to the meniscus in the same leg. It was a really difficult period, especially since that leg had already been operated on. The injury happened during Coach Norris' time in a friendly match against Benin, and it was one of the toughest moments in my career. But my mother always reminded me that every good thing comes with struggle. Her words kept me going and reminded me that someone out there might be looking up to me.
Long-term injury. Favor me, I say, "Mommy, second chance. Like I'm here with you today."
There were days of isolation, of tears, of missed games and national collapse. But through it all, faith became her anchor. In 2025, Adubia finally made her WAFCON debut in Morocco. Older, wiser, hungrier, it wasn't just a return, it was a resurrection. Though the Black Queens fell short of the ultimate prize, they secured a bronze medal, beating defending champions South Africa and reigniting national pride.
Yet it means a lot because
it meant so much to me to be part of the team that defeated defending champions South Africa. It was my first time officially joining the Black Queens, and reaching the third place stage was a big achievement. I got to play my first game and even scored, something I had dreamt of for a long time. This experience has truly motivated me. If we get another shot at a tournament, we won't be aiming for just third place. We'll be going all out for the gold.
Tournament to be a man. Definitely we are going for the good.
Behind every game was a body rebuilt and a heart reborn. But for Adubia, this was more than healing, it was evolution. But Adubia isn't defined by fear. Her comeback is built on experience and grit.
Mostly no player be own prayer when high but
as a player, your energy and confidence are usually high before an injury. But after going through one, fear can set in, and that can limit you. Back in my U20 days, I was younger and full of energy. I'm not saying I'm old, but with time, you lose certain physical abilities, and that's when experience becomes more important. Still, I'm the same Priscilla Adubia that people know. I truly wanted to contribute more at WAFCON. I gave it my all and did the best I could.
She's not the only striker to have faced the wrath of injury. Ghana's attacking lion, Milot Pokua, Mukarama Abdullahi, Sandra Owusu Ansah all share the same scars. In women's football, form demands consistency, especially off the pitch. Football is more than a game to her. It's her purpose. In September 2024, Adubia took the leap abroad, signing with Trabzonspor in Turkey's Super League. Then in March 2025, she moved to the UAE to join Abu Dhabi Country Club. A new challenge, a new culture, a new stage.
I shaped my career because
the experience has really shaped my career. Even though the injury was a setback, it actually made more people start to recognize me. Now, more people are getting to know who Priscilla Adubia is, and that makes me happy, especially being part of the squad that finished third at the WAFCON. I truly believe we can go for gold in the future. When you set goals for yourself, the key is to keep pushing forward and constantly improve.
I think the next anytime we can go for the good.
With a crucial match against Egypt on the horizon, she remains committed to national duty. Once a youth captain, now a battle-tested leader, Priscilla Adubia is a name etched in the story of Ghanaian football.
Already you do bronze, and I think
we are proud to be bronze medalists now. And in the next 2 months, we have a crucial match against Egypt. We are just praying for life, strength, and good health. If God grants us that, we'll give our all to qualify for an upcoming tournament with the Black Queens. Things are going well, and I've also signed with a club in China. And I'm excited for this new chapter.
Best, and you are qualified for any tournament to be available for Black Queens.
From Techiman's dusty pitches, to golden boots, to foreign leagues, through surgeries, setbacks, and silent battles, Priscilla Adubia is proof that broken bones don't break dreams, and every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. Because no matter how many times she falls, Priscilla Adubia will rise again and again. This is a Sporty FM production, written and produced by Nana Ekuya Amankwa, narrated by Rita Adubia Kodom, mixed engineer Moses Yaboa, and managing editor Gary Ausmith.
So that was Nanekia's wonderful story of Priscilla Adubia. Ray, wow, what a story. 2 knee surgeries. She's had to come back. Charlie. And now she's part of the Black Queens. It's really tough, Charlie. Knee surgery, she's had to do 2. She's had to do 2. Come back from 2. And she's lived through all of that. And she's part of the Black Queens. So that's the story of Priscilla Adubia. You can find that as part of our Sporty stories on Spotify. The Priscilla Adubia comeback story. Wonderful. It was nice to see her play in the WAFCON. And I'm always happy when players come back from injuries, because it's a very lonely place when you chat with players who are injured. You, Pearl, you and the medics, you are the only people dealing with... Your teammates are playing. Yes, they'll come and visit you, but you are alone.
Yeah.
The pain, the struggle, and all. You don't even know what your career will look like.
And a lot of the women don't come back.
Yeah.
They never come back the same. You know, the way they are built, what they're able to take on the pitch in terms of injury, you know, their anatomy is different from the man's. So a woman recovering from a cruciate ligament damage could take way longer time than a man. All of those things hit them hard.
Yeah.
You know? So for her to have come back from 2 knee injuries, and the knee injuries, Nathan, a lot of players never come back the same. So for her to have bounced back, I mean, it's remarkable. It's, you need a lot of mental toughness to be able to, you know, cross that bridge. And I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. I mean, you see, a lot of, I don't know, but even when it comes to women and injuries, Nathan, they don't get the kind of treatment the men get.
Okay.
The kind of attention they need, I don't think they get it. So even that itself is a challenge. So you could see a male footballer carry a certain injury, possibly get flown to Finland or Spain to get a surgery. But our young ladies will be left to their fate. They try all sorts of things. Charlie, sometimes if Charlie will go some traditionalists in there and go tie the legs back on leaves and things because they feel... You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't always get the best, because even in that side, you know, in the scheme of things, female players and their medical treatment issues, maybe it's something the FA should again pay attention to, because they are very handicapped when it comes to the support or getting the best, the very best for certain types of injuries. So, and because of how difficult some of these injuries are, how difficult it is to manage, unless you get a specialist who's possibly not here, how many of them get access to those specialists? So eventually the career just dies. So for a woman to have gone through this and bounce back, Nathan, I would commend her. And we pray that she stays fit and continues to deliver for the Queens and her club side.
So that's the story of Priscilla Adubia. A wonderful story put together by Naneki Amankwa. Shout outs to the team. Tomorrow, there's more. So we have one more for you tomorrow and another one for you on Friday. This week, we've decided to honor the Queens and tell their stories. All kinds of unknown stories concerning the Black Queens. We'll be telling you a bit more about them this whole week. Yeah. Before we wrap up with the Queens, though, a very interesting story. This on Ghana Web. So Jennifer Kujo, who's deputy Black Queens captain, she says that she wants to be a player agent after retirement.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and she says, quote, I know that when I'm done playing soccer, there has to be another dream that I should have. And so I started doing the coaching course while I was playing. For me, my degree in accounting, I see, doesn't just limit me to banking, but it gives me dimensions of being an agent and helping other players. My goal is to bridge players, coaches, and clubs so I can help players develop in any way possible. End quote. That's very admirable.
Wow.
I didn't know she had a background in accounting.
Oh, I didn't know too.
Wonderful. Jennifer, thumbs up to you. I'm happy when I see players, whether male or female, having a clear plan for themselves whilst playing that, because they recognize that their career will end one day.
Yeah.
It will end one day. So you need to think about what happens to you. So Jennifer, I wish you the very, 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 very best as you plan on being an agent after your playing days are over. Ray, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. Talking about injuries, you remember Wayne Hargreaves?
Oh yes, super player destroyed by injuries.
So he had several injuries in Europe, Sweden, Finland. He went to all sorts of places.
Yeah.
And then
that was after he joined Man United.
At a point he gave up. That was 2007 thereabouts.
He played the 2007-8 season. It was the 08-09 season that his problem started.
So he had to go to Vail in Colorado. There was a specialist there called Richard
Stedman, yeah.
So he had to manage it. They said he had a patella
tendonitis, yeah.
See, conditions like that, a lot of our players get it. That is at the level of Europe. Even Hargreaves could not get the best too. He had to go all the way to Colorado. Even that, eventually he had to give up on his playing career. That goes to tell you how specialists are needed when it comes to treatment of injuries here. Okay, do we have same? Because Nathan, you go to our local clubs, even male clubs. Nathan, there are all sorts of injuries there. Charlie, sometimes you see the player every day, ice pad. Nathan, it is not ice pad matter. You have to see a specialist. We don't have that. You see, so when a female player goes through 2 surgeries and is able to recover and bounce back, Nathan, is huge.
It is.
Sporty
It's huge. And we must advocate for. We need a sports clinic. You know, in our conversation, nobody talks about that. A specialized sports hospital dealing with specifics, cruciate ligament injury, calf injury, hamstring injuries. If it's torn, if it's ruptured, whatever it is, anterior cruciate ligament damage, all of those things. Broken tibia, broken metatarsal. Nathan, all these injuries are there. Nathan, it will shock you. You go and see a local player. He's broken a bone in his foot. The guy's wrapping it with some herbs and things, hoping it will resolve it will get resolved on its own. But Charlie, Nathan. So I'm saying that, look, in all our discussions around sports and all, let us be thinking about how we can have a specialized hospital for footballers to benefit the male and the female. Specialists too, proper specialists. Nathan, not you go to a GP and then GP will look at you and say, oh, go and bring a scan. No, Nathan, you must know what we are doing. In all of this, nobody's thinking about that one. It is extension of tenure, those ones that are important. But the people who should be creating the opportunity, championing some of these things for the welfare of the people who bring them the cash, they are not interested. Nathan, I'm done for today. Good morning to our listeners, and I hope they have a good day.
All right, that's how I wrap it up this morning on the Sporty Breakfast. My name is Nathan Raymond Yamado did this with me. Many thanks to you out there for listening. Many shouts to my production team, Nanekia, Immortal, Angela, and Abigail. Shout outs to Manuel Ayamga and Fly. Shout outs to my DJ Fidelis. Shout outs to the entire team, the technical guys, and our team lead, Gary Al Smith. Many thanks to you out there for listening. We really appreciate the time you have taken to listen to us this morning. This is Sporty FM 106.1. We are the voice of sport. Keep your dials locked. We've got sports news for you at midday. The Sporty Drive at 4. Sporty Plug is at 12:30. So my boys who keep asking me for odds, listen to Sporty Plug at 12:30.
12:30 to 1:30. The guys have all the odds for you. The Sporty Drive at 4 and the European Nights at 7. In between, we have great content for you. You can find all kinds of things to listen to. Go to our Spotify Sporty Stories page and enjoy all the stories. We are the voice of sport. This is Sporty FM. Many thanks for listening. We'll catch you later.